module applies primarily to those people who help other customers with their Google Apps deployment. In most cases, the person helping has only a single device, but they have different domains they want to sync that device to. We're going to take a look at how you would switch your mobile device from one device policy application to another. Many of you help other customers with their Google Apps deployment. And one of the things that you may need a little help on is, how do I implement multiple customers with device management? No, you can only have one customer, one Google Apps account to authenticate and sync in with the device policy application. You cannot have more than one application. Let's take a look at this example. So I'm going to go to my device. Open up the device policy application, and we can see here it's under the domain appstrainingzero.com for my user. And we can see the messages. I've just scrolled over to the left. We can see the messages, and it's successfully synced. And there were some failures in there earlier. With the current status, we can see it's fully synced. And we can see the policies, if I go to the right-hand side, that this device has. Now let me go back. And now, what about if I needed to test a different app's domain? What do I do? Remember, you can only have one user ID that can be linked to a Google Apps device policy management application. Now, you can have multiple accounts sync onto the single device, your Gmail account or several other apps accounts, but only one account can have device policy applied to it. So if you have two different Google Apps domains and both of them implemented device management, you'll really only be able to sync one device. Now you could sync another one or more Gmail accounts. You could sync Google Apps domains that do not have device management enabled. But if you're going to be working with two different domains that have Google Apps device management, you can only have one of those synchronized. So how do I change that? Let's take a look. Settings. Now on mine, it's under location and security, and it depends upon your instance of Android. Okay, now in locations and settings, and we'll go ahead and take a look at the section that says device administration. So I'm going to select device administrators, and we can see here that the device has been enabled for Google Apps device policy. So I'll go ahead and deselect that, and we'll then release all data, change the password unlock, and we'll basically perform these operations. So I'll go ahead and deactivate these because I'm not going to enable it for this domain, and then reactivate later. Once again, it gives me a message. This device is no longer going to be managed by that domain. I'll click OK. And now I am good. So now, in order to get the second application, we will then go and select the device application to set this up. So, device policy. And just like before, as we've seen in the previous video, we'll go ahead and set that value up. Okay? And I'm not going to continue because you've seen this in a previous video. So just as a reminder, Google Apps device policy only applies to a single account. You can have multiple Google Apps accounts on your device, but only a single device policy can apply.